I'm back at the shrine after the game has crashed, and now I can just go back down and continue on. I'm kind of used to Istaria's crashes, considering I dual log a lot from the same install, meaning that my game tends to crash a bit more often than people who don't dual log, so anyway. So Avaritus is still tier, right? I don't know why I keep saying that. He isn't going to move. Just gonna want to go in here and talk to him. I think after this you actually get to do some more crafting. How fun. So talk to him, and yeah, she wants you to go in. He wants you to go and talk to Kyrian. So he gives you an antique spear, which is just a good hoard item for tier 1. Just add it to your hoard. It's nice and shiny, makes your hoard a bit bigger. And just talk to her, and you gotta make a new claw. Yay! And so she wants you to make a garnet tipped dragon claw, but yeah, you just gotta, actually, never mind, this isn't the quest. One of the quests you can actually not make something and just skip right over it. But since it's kind of a useful thing, I usually don't. But anyway, I'm just gonna be lazy and recall to the shrine because I don't want to walk this entire way. It makes my life a little easier. Here we go. Put on screen for no apparent reason. Alright. So now let's move up this way. And this is gonna be where the copper and tin is, which is what she wants you to find. Copper and tin will be over. You'll be able to see it in a moment. It'll be right up here in this general area. Oops, sorry. Right here. And copper and tin is one of the 6 types of metals in the game currently. No, not 6. There's actually more. 1, 2, 3, 9 actually. Yeah. There is, for tier 1, there is copper and tin. For tier 2, there's iron. Tier 3, and there's also silver. Tier 3, there is gold and nickel, which, well, actually it's dark iron now, sorry, which you smelt into steel. And after that, tier 4, there's cobalt and platinum. Tier 5, there's mithril. Tier 6, there's adamantium. And so yeah, once you get up here, the quest triggers right here, and now you can just go and gather some copper tin. You're going to want to make 24 bronze bars, which means for you, you're probably going to have to get to almost 100 or about 96 if you aren't optimum. Just multiply 24 by whatever you need to make a bar. So I have, oh, almost enough. There we go, now I have enough. Just to make the bars, just gotta smelt them. And the smelting is actually up here. This is a biped structure for smelting. And you can actually use these, just use the smelter over here. And bronze bar. There we go. Now I made some. Now, also, if you want to make a scale, you can also use the anvils of bipeds to make scales. But I don't think it's the other way around. I don't think a biped could use a dragon scale crafter to make a tool. But we can use anvils to make scales and claws, and that makes my life a little easier. Now she wants to go get garnet. And also, as I mentioned in the previous video, garnet is one of the many types of gems that are in Istaria. So there are 6 times 3, so 18 types of gems. For tier 1, there's garnet, turquoise, and malachite. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Tier 2, there is lapis lazuli, or lazuli, not sure. No, not aquamarine. Rose quartz and it says it in here. Amethyst, okay. Tier 3, there's citrine, aquamarine, and jasper. Tier 4, there is jade, topaz, and opal. Tier 5, there is fire opal, emerald, and there's one more. Oh, what's that last one? Oh, I know, it's on the tip of my tongue. What is it? Did I say peridot? Peridot? Yeah, Peridot, Fire Opal, and Emerald. And then tier 6 is Diamond, Sapphire, and Ruby. Coincidentally, the names of some Pokemon games, too. Oh yeah, so the quest triggers somewhere on that path. Just walk along that path and walk into this mine and you'll find the garnet. And the reason why there's so many gems, well, not really the exact reason why, but gems are used to make different types of claws, and if I open up the claw formula... Oh, it shouldn't even give it to me. Each gem makes a different type of claw, and each claw has a different level. Like turquoise is like level 19, 18, one of the two. Malachite is like level 12, and then garnet is level 1. Something like that. And they're all kind of like that, so... And they all get progressively stronger. And so I want to go down here, because apparently there's no garnet up there. I'm going to go deeper in the mine. And so it kind of follows that pattern up through the levels. The reason why there's a second metal is beyond me, but I think it has to do with biped crafting for jewelry, and you can also use it for layer shaping. Here's some garnet. And tiers, I mentioned them a lot, but I didn't really explain them. A tier is just a group of levels that divide the game into parts. Tier 1 is level 0 to 19. Tier 2 is level 20 to 39. Tier 4, 40 to 59. Tier 3, 40 to 59. Tier 4, 60 to 79. Tier 5, 80 to 99. And then Tier 6 is 100. So it's roughly in groups of 20 levels. And so... Oops, that's way too much garnet. What the heck? And so, with each tier, you can get a new scale set or armor set, depending on what you're on, with the new crafting materials. For tier 1, you can only gather tier 1 materials, which are things like garnet, copper and tin, sandstone, and then tier 2 has iron, slate, and all those gems. And so it keeps going up like that. And then those metals and gems can be combined to make scales that have a minimum level of 20, which is the start of tier 2. And then you can do that for the rest of the levels and everything too, which makes sense. And so generally tiers are also referred to in the game for like a general guide for what people are looking for. Marketplace too. Like they may be saying, I want tier 5 trophies, and trophies are just things that you can turn into trophy hunters. I think that's what they're called, actually. I'm not actually sure. But people that accept the trophies, and you get some experience and levels, and trophies are dropped by mobs. I don't have any on me at the moment. And you change trophy hunters every 20 levels, every tier. And the new one's in a new town. So I'm going to make some garnet over by the gem working thing over here. Here we go. And there's that. Now I'm going to want to return to Kyrian, which just recall. So as I mentioned, there are different cities for the tiers with trophy hunters in them. And generally the cities with, generally the world is really spaced by tiers. I won't... okay, as I'm running to Kyrian, I'll explain it. I want to stop running first, though. I'm going to open up my map, and I'll show you what I mean. And I'm going to go to Istaria, the entire world. I have the map pack installed, so there's a lot of icons, sorry. I'll try and turn them off. Oh. I'll turn them off so it doesn't bother anyone. Oh. And apparently, it doesn't turn them all off. Let me just reopen this. There you go. Okay, so, this is the world. Istaria. It's kind of large. Quite large, actually. Oh my. It's a lot of names. Anyway, so tier 1 is this island. This big old island called the Lesser Eridoth. And so everything around here is tier 1. The main tier 1 city is up here. Kion. See? Kion. And then the secondary tier 1 city, I can only call it secondary because I know not many people really go there. You have to tune to it. Is down here, Slanus, which is the home of the Slick, which is a biped type. Kion is the home of the Ceres, which are the cat-like creatures. And all the black spots are blight, which are basically the big enemy mobs. I'll explain that later. Oh, the drown is also tier 1. Tier 2 is this entire continent, part of the continent anyway, the peninsula, the Dalimund Peninsula, named after the island, after the city Dalimund. And it's this huge bit of land here. And so, everything in here is level 20, level 20 to 39. Dalimund is one of the cities that has a trophy hunter. Vertigo doesn't have a trophy hunter, but it's it's the biggest portal hub in the entire game, and a lot of people go there to go other places. And then Shakonis is not the ancestral home, but it's the secondary home of the dragon, home of the Helian dragon specifically. And this also has trophy hunters in it. And so if I zoom out, tier 3 is... It's hard to differentiate tier 3 from everything because it's kind of spaced out. But I think tier 3 is mostly just the frozen area. This isn't tier 3, but generally this area kind of is, like this general area. I think there's some other, there's also this area that's kind of tier 3. It gets kind of mixed up as you go along. This entire desert is tier 3 though. And so Tazun is the biggest city in the game and is considered the capital of the Empire of Istaria. But honestly, you don't go there that much. It's a pretty city to look at, but it's kind of sad because it's kind of dead looking. So, the main city is Mahagra. This is where I mostly go for trophy hunting. And the secondary one is, I think it's Kirasankt. I'm honestly not sure. I don't really go to it that much. So tier 4 is this right here. This fiery area is all tier 4. This is tier 4 as well. Some of this area is tier 4. Some over here is tier 4. I don't know where. This area, I guess. And this area. This general hunk of land is tier 4. Dralk is the main tier 4 city. It's the ancestral home of the dragon and currently home of mostly the Lunas. And the secondary city is... I really don't know, actually. No, it's not Agandel. That's tier 5. Oh, Felidin? I think it's Felidin. Might be. This area is tier 4, too. And then tier 5 is mostly this area. This entire chunk of land to the east is tier 5. And the main town tier 5 is Agandel. And there's a second one, which I honestly can't even remember at the moment because I just never go to it. And then tier 6 has no main town. But tier 6 is mostly this area around here. This gigantic, blighted area of doom is tier 6. And you do not want to go there unless you have friends or you can fly. Or you're good. So yeah. I'm not sure what's on here. This is tier 5, that's tier 5. This is, oh yeah, this is all tier 3 up here too. It's a mix of everything, I think. It's mostly tier 5 though, I think. Tier 2? I have no idea what this is. I really want to know what that island is. I don't even know where, it's not even supposed to be there. It confuses me. Anyway, so, and then this area, this is all tier 5. This is a mix. This is tier 5, I think. This is tier 3. I don't know what these are. This is tier 2. That's the Peak of Storms. I love this place. Oh my god, it's really pixely. So yeah, that's just generally just of the world. Moving on. I'll probably add a link to skip that entire thing if you don't really care, because it's not entirely important. You'll learn your way around. People will guide you and everything. So onwards to Avaritus, or Kyrian actually. Kyrian, not Avaritus. And like Avaritus, she can't even move, so she's not going to leave this cave to your left. So just turn to your left and she'll be in here. And you can just talk to her. I'm actually kind of too far away. Still too far. Still too far. Oh, there we go. And now she wants to wants you to make a pair of garnet-tipped dragon claws. And that will be just you describe the formula. Double click the garnet-tipped dragon claw. use your Dragon Scalecraft and go up to the Dragon Scale Forge and just make one. And this claw is going to be better than your previous one, so you're going to want to equip it. Just gotta talk to her again. And then now she says you're more deadly. And now she actually gives you a quest for fighting, which is like the only quest she gives you for fighting. And now I have to go kill some spiders, which I'm going to meet you with the tiny beetles to go and find the spiders, because you have to run so much and it drives me insane. I don't like these quests. So I'll meet you there. Okay, so I overshot where I was going to meet up with you, but basically the tiny grass beetles are over here. You're just going to walk down this path to the fallen log, which I think she says, mentions, and just kill these buggers. And now level 6, and actually I just saw that I got an ability I want to talk about. And that ability is Refreshing Breeze. And now Refreshing Breeze is like my favorite ability. It is a heal over time, and basically it can save your butt, so if you're kind of getting half health and your health is going down, activate it, and it will heal you gradually over time. And currently in an update that's going to happen soon, at least to Blight, which is another shard, or server rather, sorry, it's going to, that's going to make the duration half as long, but it's going to heal much more, so it'll be even more useful for tight situations. And since I mentioned them, I'll explain servers for now. Basically, the game has 3 servers, as you probably already know. There's this testing server called Blight, there is the regular server called Chaos, and there's the roleplay server called Order. And I'm on Order, if people are going to ask. I have a bunch of different characters, 14 in all. And, which is a little nuts. Oh my god, what the heck's my FPS doing? And I just currently am on the Order Shard, and I have the EST time zone, in case anyone ever wants to just talk to me or something, I don't know, or have any questions in-game. I'm always on. This character's name is Aleka, but I have some other characters that I'm more often online, and I'll probably just write them in the description. And, oh, I seems I've killed them all. So, I'm gonna recall. Anyways, so Order is the role-playing shard for people who like to RP, and if you don't like to RP, don't join Order, because while you will find nice people in Order and everything, and honestly, I think Order is probably one of the most friendliest shards, or servers. They're just called shards in game for some reason. Out there. It has to be, it has a low population. Like, if I were to type in /who right now, there are 23 people online at this very moment. And on Chaos, I think an average of 100 people are on at any given moment in time. And so if you just want to play the game and talk to people and not roleplay, go to Chaos. If you would like to roleplay, even though roleplay servers honestly kind of getting low on RP considering the small population, yeah, just join Order. And then Blight is mostly not a shard you're going to want to focus on if you just want to play the game, but you can copy a character there and test out the new updates for the devs and give feedback, which is really appreciated by the devs, considering not many people do that, so feel free. Blight does have some players that play there all the time, though, so look for the ones that don't have an underscore, order, or chaos in their name. So talk to Kyrian, and she gives you some XP. Talk to her again, and now she wants to make a better scale. And she explains the types of scales, and I don't know why the heck there's an adult here, but hello. And so she explains some types of scales. And she doesn't actually describe them. But yeah, there are 4 types of scales. Health, armor, dexterity, 6. Health, armor, dexterity, power, strength, and focus. And each of them, as the name suggests, give a certain stat boost. Health ups your health, armor ups your armor, dexterity ups your dexterity, etc. And it depends on what level you're on, which boost it gives you. For tier 5, which is the highest right now, the highest boost you get is 20 per scale. And yeah, 20 per scale. And you will have Is it 20? Or is it 50? It might be 50. And the techniques are 20. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. I'm sorry. Anyway, basically, you will always get a certain amount of that stat, and then you'll get a certain armor amount with it. Even with the armor scale. Meaning if you have a level 50 scale, sorry, level 80 scale, and you have a health scale, it will give you plus 50 health, plus 20 armor. But if you had an armor scale, it will say plus 50 armor, plus 20 armor. Again, meaning you get 70 armor altogether, which just makes the scale kind of a big stack of armor. And that's not a bug at all, it's actually intended, considering. So, yeah, it's just kind of a little interesting fact. Anyway, Kyrian does want you to make a strength scale, so I'm walking towards the sandstone right now. Just grab that strength chest scale, and just gonna grab some sandstone. And make the scale. I only need about... I think I only need 6 bricks, so I'm just gonna do that. And I don't think there's any stoneworking thing in her chamber there, so I'm just gonna run over here and shape it myself. So if I'm gonna go in here... why am I so slow? Just gonna have to go to the stone cutter and just make some bricks. And there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna recall. And return to New Trismus. As in the town. So I'm gonna turn to the left from my blind point and go down towards Kyrian again. And so I'm just not sorry, I'm kind of really tired right now, so sorry if I'm like slurring my words and all that. I just need to go to Kyrian, and I'm going to make the scale. And I think that they're trying to talk to me, but let me just ignore that. I'm sorry, person. I'm really sorry, but I'm trying to do a video here, and I can't RP right now. I'm sorry if you're watching this. So, I'm going to turn to the left and go to Kyrian, and I'm not going to talk to her, actually. I'm going to make the scale first. And then here's the scale. Oops. Gotta go to the furnace. Not furnace, but... Seriously? Seriously? Okay. Okay, that's annoying. I need one more brick. Oh, what the heck? Oh, what the heck? Random ancient just followed me into here. I'm so sorry, person, but I need to just go away. I really don't want to do this to you. I'm sorry. I feel kind of bad because I feel like they're chasing me around and want to talk to me or something, but I'm like ignoring them and running away. I am not scared. I am sorry. I am just trying to do my quests, and I'm trying to do a video. I am sorry, person. I am sorry, Mr. or Mrs. Callus. Hopefully they don't think I'm being rude by doing this. I'll probably send them a message or something before I log off saying sorry, I was trying to make a video. So I don't seem rude. Anyway, I need to run back over here. Actually, no, I won't do that right now. I'll do it afterwards. I don't even know that person, actually. Actually, I don't think I've actually ever even seen them before. That's kind of weird. It's not every day you run into an ancient who you've never seen before, considering you have to wait at least 100 days of creating your character to become an ancient. And you'll have to get all of your abilities up to at least IX, which is 9, or 8 or 7, depends on how high it lets you go. And so, yeah, it's weird I'd never seen them before. Might be returning or something. I'm returning from a time where I wasn't online for like the longest time, so. Okay. Quarrying. Got some sandstone. Make it back into a brick again. In case you're wondering why the heck I'm doing this, I was a single brick short. I forgot that the minimum you can get on a scale for crafting is 12. After I'm done with this quest, I am probably going to stop recording and then pick it up tomorrow or so when I'm not as tired, because I can just feel myself slipping in terms of speech and also mental capacity. So it's not the best to be doing this game right now. Or rather, not doing this game, but doing this video. Perfect example! Is Mr. Red Butt around here? No? Okay. They're probably waiting for me in that chamber, actually. It's gonna be awkward. So, why am I getting 10 FPS? I mean, seriously. Now it's back up to 25 and 34. Oh, game. Always does this when I'm gliding, too. Probably because that's the fast I move. I think I just hear footsteps behind me. No? Well then. I'm going paranoid. I need to just make the freaking scale now. It seems they're not in here. That's good, because I don't want it to be awkward. So time to greet this person. There you go. There, so now your quest log is empty, and you're going to want to talk to her again. Nope, nope, actually. Next quest you pick up from Everitis. I'm going to do that now, so I don't forget. And then I'm going to end the video there. And this will either be the end of a part, or just in the middle of a video, and I'm just going to be smacking another piece onto it from tomorrow. So, yeah, I will probably... Wow, I really can't think. I will just be back tomorrow. Just good night. I'll return to this afterwards, and as you can see, I'm getting a little bit of crafting experience. I am 2% to next level. I am so proud. Oh, he wants you to listen to him. I better do that before I forget. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. And I'll see you next time.